SYSPRO is a software company that has been supplying manufacturing solutions for over 40 years. As an organization, it's a wonderful success story. It started in the garage in Randburg and now has our customers around the world. CFOs play an integral part in any organization, but what we realized is as the pandemic kicked in, all of a sudden their role became new. They had to find new ways of engaging with customers. They had to look at their supply chains to see where they were getting supplies from, who was delivering on time, where there was disruption, and of course understanding what all these disruptions meant to their business operations, so effectively generate cash. And we were trying to understand how we could unpack the challenges they were having to see if our product offered solutions for their problems. Some key takeaways from the survey were business confidence, operational inefficiencies or operational challenges, and investments. And 50% of our customers felt already by the end of 2020 that their business was in a good state, ready to go forward and continue business as usual. Another 30% saw themselves being in a situation by the end of 2021 they would be in a similar situations, which talks to 80% of our customers being in a healthy situation and ready to go forward with business as usual. You start looking at the operational challenges, and this is where it really becomes quite interesting. There were sort of three key takeaways. The first was the need for automation. As customers' models changed, they needed to change their whole business processes. The second thing, I suppose, is operational excellence or operational investment that you need to look at. And in this space, two key areas came through for me. First of all, 66% of the CFOs actually talked about customer engagement, supplying value to customers, so they understood the importance of customers in this journey. And most importantly, if they delivered to customers, added value to customers, it would improve their cash flow. The second thing that they saw really important was, and 51% of them rated this, was the fact that they were looking to see what they could get more out of their ERP system or their business application and their BI tools. They saw that they needed to have real-time information available to make real-time business decisions about which suppliers to supply to, etc., and so on and so forth. So it was really, really important. And then the next 2 points that sort of came to the fore were, of course, they need to have a new skill set of individuals who are making business decisions and not just processing transaction after transaction after transaction. And in conclusion, I think what was really, really interesting takeaway is the fact that 78% of our CFOs see themselves as strategic enablers to the business. They want to make sure that when they're investing into the business, they're making short-term gains with good automation process, but they need to know that these investments from strategic objectives will be there for years to come. The pandemic fundamentally changed the role of the CFO. So if you look at the CFO, traditionally they've put management reports together at the end of a month, and what you're looking at more now is that they want to have real-time information on hand available immediately. And I suppose that's been one of the most critical things that they've had to look at. Then you roll into the next part of the journey. Is now they've got this real-time information, what do they do with it? So the most important thing that most organizations did when they went into COVID was they looked at a few things. They looked at, firstly, cost optimization. So what was discretionary spend, what was non-discretionary spend, what was a cash flow impact, and what would bring cash in and what would limit the outflow of cash. All of this to make sure that your business was in a stable condition, especially if you do not know how long the pandemic was going to be around for. How are you engaging with your customers? Are you adding value to your customers? And can you continue to add value to your customers with new products, different products, because the market has changed. So more and more CFOs are having to think about how they can engage, deliver, and just make sure that there is efficiency through their operations by understanding what a contactless society would look like in the new world that we're operating in. As an organization that's been around for 40 years, it's quite impressive customer base. The customer base is a who's who the South African market that have been supplying services to lots of products that you consume on a day-to-day basis, whether it be in the food and beverage manufacturing environment, in the metal fabrication space. SYSPRO has got a wealth of customers that are not names that you would normally associate with the consumer, but are the backbone to driving essential services through the South African environment.